with Hillary Clinton, the woman who, if she loses, will sit there motionless, not speaking until she eventually dies.
She's one of the wealthiest women in politics. Combined income, $30 million. Tours the world on private jets. Protected by armed guards for 30 years. But she doesn't believe in your right to keep a gun at home for self-defense.
I fully appreciate how hard life is for so many Americans today.
She'll call 911. Average response time, 11 minutes. Too late. She keeps a firearm in this safe for protection. But Hillary Clinton could take away her right to self-defense. And with Supreme Court justices, Hillary can. Don't let Hillary leave you protected with nothing but a phone.
Oh, right, because you were saying before we were rolling that you wanted to take away everyone's guns. Very cool. Cool.
I really regret doing this.
I believe that this country has enormous potential if we have the guts to take on the big money interests who dominate our economic and political life. And I disagree with Secretary Clinton in the belief that you can get money from Wall Street, that you can get money for a super PAC from powerful special interests, and then at the end of the day, do what has to be done for the working families of this country. I just don't accept that.
He's been selling fracking all over the world. There's her talking about, Monsanto and how clean, not talking about Roundup or what they put in it or what it's done to our economy.
Hillary Clinton blamed the victim. Number 101 when you're dealing with rape cases, don't blame the victim. She blamed a 12-year-old girl, a 6th grade 12-year-old girl, of seeking the attention of older men and fantasizing about being with older men. There is audio.
You remember that case where I represented that guy? It was a fascinating case. It was a really interesting case. This guy was accused of raping a 12-year-old. Of course, he claimed that he didn't. All this stuff. He took a lie detector test. I had to take a polygraph, which he passed, which forever destroyed my faith in polygramms. Anyway, I did some of that.
How did it turn out?
Oh, he plea bargained. We got him off. It was time served in the county jail. He'd been in the county jail about 2 months.
Or nothing that I was sent or that I sent was marked classified.
Secretary Clinton said she never sent or received any classified information over her private email. Was that true?
Our investigation found that there was classified information sent.
So it was not true.
Awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Yeah, because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
We want to remind the audience to please not talk out loud. Please do not applaud. You're just wasting time.
And Secretary Clinton, I do want to follow up on emails. You've said your handling of your emails was a mistake.
A bad answer for a number of reasons. First, she says everything I did was permitted, which isn't remotely true. The use of a private email server would have required prior approval, and she never asked for it. Then she blames not being technically capable, which is a fine excuse for your dad when he accidentally texts you the letter Q 10 times. But it's pretty shitty coming from a Secretary of State. And then she caps it off by saying the whole thing is kind of fun, which it definitely isn't.
I'm going back to then Ambassador Rice, 5 days later, going to the Sunday shows and what I would say purposefully misleading the American public.
Well,
why wasn't that known? And again, I appreciate the fact of the transparency of this hearing, but why weren't we transparent at that point in time?
Well,
do you disagree with me that a simple phone call to those evacuees to determine what happened wouldn't have ascertained immediately that there was no protest? I mean, that was a piece of information that could have been easily obtained.
Well, but Senator,
within hours, if not days. We
No.
were misled that there were supposedly protests, and then something sprang out of that, an assault sprang out of that, and that was easily ascertained that was not the fact.
But
and the American people could have known that within days, and they didn't know that.
With all due respect, the fact is we had 4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make?
I have repeatedly asked Hillary Clinton to explain to me the real reason why my son is dead. I'm still waiting. She sure is. She sure is. She lied to me and then called me a liar. That's right, Hillary for prison. She deserves to be in stripes.
But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people.
Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky that was not appropriate. In fact, it was wrong. It constituted a critical lapse in judgment and a personal failure on my part for which I am solely and completely responsible. I never should have misled the country, the Congress, my friends, or my family. Quite simply, I gave in to my shame.
You know, I'm not sitting here as some little woman standing by my man like Tammy Wynette.
This little soft-spoken, pardon me for the phrase, dowdy woman that seemed very unassertive took a hold of my hand and squeezed it. And she said, "Do you understand everything that you do?" I mean, cold chills went up my spine. That's the first time I became afraid of that woman.
What's going through your minds right now?
That I'm afraid of him.
You're still afraid of him?
Yes. That I'm still afraid, especially if she becomes president. And I know it's looking that way. So it's frightening, Aaron. It's frightening.
You know what? People have been, their lives have been destroyed for doing 1/5 of what you've done. And it's a disgrace. And honestly, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
She felt overheated before she was taken to her daughter's apartment. A camera captured Mrs. Clinton appearing woozy and losing balance as she was escorted into her SUV.
The basic facts. She had 2 episodes of what's called deep venous thrombosis. Then she falls, hits her head, and as a complication of that has something called a transverse sinus thrombosis. This is an exceedingly rare clot. I've only seen one of these in my career, which is a clot in the collecting system for the cerebral spinal fluid. And it essentially guarantees that somebody has something wrong with their coagulation system. What is going on with her health care? It's bizarre. I gotta say.
What difference at this point does it make?
This entire campaign comes down to a single question. If Hillary Clinton can't give us the truth, why should we give her the presidency?